a shadow on the prairie. The farmhouse stood alone, a dark silhouette against the setting sun. Weathered wood creaked. Windows, like empty eyes, stared out at the endless plains. Isolation pressed in, heavy and suffocating. This was no ordinary home. It was a place where shadows moved, where whispers danced on the wind, a place where time seemed to stand still, yet history whispered of unspeakable horrors. This was a place of fear. Whispers in the wind. The first sign was a whisper, a name uttered in the dead of night. The family who lived there felt a chill run down their spines. They were not alone. Footsteps echoed in the hallway, heavy and slow, but no one was there. Doors creaked open, then slammed shut. Laughter, cold and hollow, drifted from the empty rooms. The family huddled together, terror tightening its grip. They had become prisoners in their own home. The family's ordeal began subtly, almost imperceptibly at first. Sarah, the mother, first noticed the cold spots. They seemed to appear out of nowhere, chilling her to the bone. Places in the house where a bone-chilling air settled, making the atmosphere heavy and oppressive. Then came the nightmares. Vivid and terrifying, they plagued Sarah's sleep, leaving her exhausted and fearful. She saw a man, his face contorted in rage, his presence so real it felt like he was in the room with her. He reached for her, his eyes filled with hate, a malevolent force that seemed to want to drag her into darkness.
John, it's not just drafts or bad dreams. There's something wrong here. We can't ignore it anymore.
Her husband, John, tried to be brave. He wanted to protect his family, to keep them safe from whatever was haunting them. He dismissed the occurrences as drafts and bad dreams, trying to rationalize the irrational, but even he couldn't ignore the feeling of being watched, of being followed by unseen eyes, a presence that lurked in the shadows.
Billy, who are you talking to? Is there someone here with us?
Their young son, Billy, began talking to an imaginary friend, a friend who seemed all too real, a man with sad eyes who told him stories of the farm, stories that were filled with sorrow and loss, disturbing stories of pain and suffering. The family was being torn apart, their sanity hanging by a thread, as the house's dark history began to consume them. Echoes of tragedy, a tale that has haunted generations. The farmhouse held a dark past, a history shrouded in mystery and sorrow. A century ago, a farmer, driven mad by grief and isolation, had taken his own life within its walls. His story became a cautionary tale.
His wife and children disappeared without a trace, their fates unknown. The community was left in shock and fear. Locals whispered that their spirits remained, trapped within the cursed homestead. The whispers grew louder with each passing year.
The family discovered a hidden room in the attic, a place untouched by time. Inside, a diary filled with rambling entries revealing the farmer's tormented mind. The farmer's descent into madness, his growing paranoia, was evident in every word. And then the chilling words, "They will pay. They will all pay," a promise of vengeance that echoed through time.
The truth of the homestead's evil was revealed, a darkness that could not be ignored.
No escape, a tale of terror and despair. The family tried to flee, their hearts pounding with fear. But every time they reached the property line, an unseen force dragged them back, relentless and unforgiving. They were trapped, bound to the homestead by an evil that refused to let go, an ancient curse that held them in its grip.
Some say the family still haunts the farmhouse, their restless spirits unable to find peace, their screams echoing across the empty plains, a chilling reminder of their eternal torment.
A chilling reminder of the darkness that can consume even the most isolated of places, where no one can hear your cries for help. Heed this warning. Beware the whispers on the wind, for they carry the secrets of the damned. Beware the shadows that dance in the moonlight, for they are the harbingers of doom. And beware the homesteads that stand alone, for they may hold secrets best left undisturbed, secrets that could consume your very soul.